Now, in other news, changes to a Hoosier liquor law may be in the works. You may not have to show ID if you look over the age of 40. Indiana lawmakers are considering giving store clerks a choice when customers try to purchase alcohol. News 10's Dan Klein reports you may be surprised who's against the change.
Almost every Saturday, Lee Wentz and his wife Sharon come to the 7th and 70 liquor store in Terre Haute for a free wine tasting. In his own words, Lee just celebrated the 33rd anniversary of his 39th birthday. In other words, he's been able to buy alcohol for more than 50 years. But every week, he still has to show ID.
And I think I look a little older than 21. I think it's ridiculous that we have to show our ID.
Okay, thank you.
Since July of 2010, whether you are 21 or 101, anytime you buy carry-out alcohol, the clerk is required to check your age. It was a big surprise for people who may not have had to show an ID for decades.
Some people get offended, some people joke about it. You know, after a while they become used to it, I guess, but is it necessary? I don't think so.
Hoosier lawmakers are considering a bill that will give clerks the choice to ask for ID if the customer looks older than 40. But at Baszler's Market, the owner hopes that idea does not become law.
Right now, the cashier doesn't have to, there's no decision making on their part. They just need to see an ID because it is the law. So I think it's great the way it is.
Baszler says some of his older customers actually think it's flattering to be asked to show ID, even if they are clearly old enough to buy alcohol. But for people like Wentz, it's just aggravating.
I think the most experienced clerks can pretty well tell the difference.
Maybe a happy medium will be 40.
But if that happens, remember, you are only as old as you look, so keep a driver's license handy. Reporting in Terre Haute, Dan Klein, News 10.
The Indiana House bill, which would change the current ID law, passed a House committee unanimously this week. It will now go to the full House for consideration.